Hey, what's going on everybody? My name is Cruz and welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to show you how I use the new Line 6 Dynamic Reverb. Before we get started, please do all of the things that help this channel grow, like this video, comment and subscribe below, and hit the bell icon so you get an alert every single time I upload a video. And don't forget, if you want to donate, there is a donation link in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I recently uploaded about a video or two ago my first impressions of the Dynamic Reverb, and I set up the sound that you pretty much just heard in the intro, and I haven't touched it really since. To be honest with you, I've actually really liked this sound, but more so than just the reverb sound, I also am kind of digging the sound that I'm getting as a whole from the Line 6 HX Stomp right now in comparison to my old sound, which I'll link right here, all of the tones that I have set up within the HX Stomp up until right now. So that basically is my 2 amps going into 1 IR, 10 band EQ, dual delays into reverb, right? All of that stuff. So in order for me to basically even try out the Dynamic Reverb, I had to downsize that whole setup a little bit. So I had to remove one of the amps, and it opened up a sort of like a little bit of clarity for me. So I don't know if it took away bottom end that I need, or if it's something that I'm mishearing. So before we continue with the rest of this video, please do me a favor. You have to watch till the end, because at the end of this, I'm going to need your help in making a decision on the sound. I know we're going to be discussing the reverb today, but I want you to take a quick listen on the 2 tones, and I need your opinions on this thing. So all of the people who watch my channel, please stick it out to the end. I promise you it's going to be informative, but I also just genuinely need your help. So please watch to the end. Let me know what you think. So let's finally discuss the actual Line 6 Dynamic Reverb here. I'm using an HX Stomp, of course, but I can only imagine that this reverb is now available on all of the Line 6 platforms, with at least with the newer HX style stuff. So it's great. It's definitely amazing to my ears. Like I said in the other video, I still don't even know when this thing was released. I'm such a, I'm really bad with these kind of things, but I got it now. I'm hearing it. I love it, and I want to give you my thoughts on it. So first, I want to show you what this thing sounded like immediately out of the box. So as I mentioned before, this thing sounds really amazing. The way it comes out of the box is that the K is at 4.0, I guess 4 seconds, if that makes sense. The pre-delay is at 50 ms. The room size is at 20 m. The diffusion at 70%. The dampening at 3.7. The mix at 39%. The motion at 2.9. The low frequency at 100 hertz. The low gain at 0, so I guess unity. The low cut at 117, the high cut at 6.3, and the level is unity as well. So this is the Line 6 settings. I didn't alter them or change them in any kind of way. That's what they have, and it sounded very good right out of the box. There were only a few things that I heard that I wanted to change to just kind of take it slightly over the edge and put it into the ambient world that I'm used to, at least for my personal setup here. So now that I showed you what they have it at, I want to show you the slight differences that I made, and I mean very slight, because this reverb was pretty much ready right out of the gate. So let's check out the changes that I made. So let's go over very quickly some of the changes that I made, and of course they'll come up right here in the screen so that you could see them for yourself and you just don't hear me spewing out numbers extremely unprofessionally. So I'm just going to give you some of the changes that I made. So let's go over the settings again. The decay, we boosted it up to 4.4. The pre-delay is, I left it at 55. The room size is what I changed. I changed it to the bigger one, or I'm assuming it's the bigger one. It's the 30 m. The diffusion we left at 70. The dampening I left at 3.7. The mix I have it at 45. The motion left it at 2.9. Low frequency left it at 100. Low gain left it at 0. Low cut we left it at 117. The high cut is what we boosted up a little bit to 8.8, and we boosted up the level a little bit to +1. The one thing I haven't done yet, and I typically do, is I turn the trails on, and I have it off right now, but for today's purposes that doesn't really matter. But I typically would turn trails on, but I'm just trying to do things so fast I kind of overlooked that, and I just noticed it as I'm looking at the screen right now. So if you want to do what I do, normally I have trails on, and that just means that when you turn the reverb off, or if you switch to a different setting or a different preset altogether, the settings of your reverb will decay on and not just immediately harshly cut off. For me, even though these are slight changes, they did make a world of a difference to my ear. It made it just a little bit more ambient and a little more usable for that Cruz tone that I go for. So I'm really happy with it. But the only way I can truly put it to the test is by incorporating some delays into the mix. So let's hear what that sounds like. For me, that's definitely hitting close to home. As I mentioned in the video where I give my initial thoughts, it's hitting immediately. Like if you told me I had to use this sound today, I have no problems using it. I have no complaints about it. The only thing is that I haven't set up yet are my snapshots, like in my original Cruz sound where I can actually snap up and it gets more and more ambient as I snap up. But that just takes a little bit of sitting down and tweaking. So I'm not really mad at it at all. It's just a matter of me sitting down and figuring it all out. But for now, that initial bass tone, or not bass tone, that foundational tone that I've developed right here sounds amazing to my ears. You let me know in the comment section below. But now here's where I really need your help. See, as I mentioned, I had to take out one of the amps that I normally have on. So in my normal setup, I have a dual amp setup. I usually have 2 amps that go into one IR, but in this particular situation, in order for me to even try out the dynamic reverb, I had to remove one of the amps to essentially give me some more, I think it's called CPU power, so that I can actually incorporate it into my setup. And something happened. I just felt like it just opened up my sound in a way that I like. But before I decide on which one I want to keep, I need your help, okay? Because I've been using this exact same setup for years now, okay? You can go back in my YouTube channel and see where I actually developed these sounds back in, I think it was like 2019 or something like that. So it's been a little bit of time now where I've been using the exact same setup. So you tell me which sounds better. I'm gonna play you both settings with delays and reverb on, clean guitar for now, and you tell me which one sounds better, okay? So first, we're gonna start with my original Cruz project sound. Now let's listen to the alternate Cruz project sound. The first one was using the Glitz reverb and 2 amps. Now this is using 1 amp and the dynamic reverb. So that's basically both sounds together. I don't want to give you my personal opinion. I don't want to alter your opinion. I need your help to figure out which sound sounded better to your ears and to the way you're hearing it. I know that a lot of you are probably listening to this on your phone. Maybe you're watching it on your computer or even a television. Either way, I think that your sound, your tone should be able to sound good on all platforms, because, I mean, let's be honest, whether if I'm using it live and you're hearing it in person, or you're listening to it through someone's speakers and someone's house speakers, and maybe a little bit of their kind of compression or whatever EQs that they may have on that channel, or maybe you're watching like a live concert on YouTube on your phone or whatever. So this sound needs to be able to translate in all aspects, and I want to know your opinion, which one sat better in the way you're hearing it. I have a preference, but I need your opinions on it before I make a decision. I'll make a part 2 to this video, or a follow-up to this video later on down the road, basically revealing which sound you guys chose, which one I ended up sticking with, and we'll compare the sounds in a little more detail. Guys, I truly hope you've enjoyed this video. Please do all of the things that help this channel grow. Like this video, comment and subscribe below. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you get an alert every single time I upload a video. And don't forget, if you'd like to donate to my channel, you can do so using the link in the description box below. Thanks again for watching, and until next time.